This week on Convincing Idiots. Oh boy, we're back 2 weeks off, and this is what you get. You're going to be glad you stayed. This week we're going to talk about Stephen Colbert got fired. We're going to discuss that. Star Wars. Well, we talk about the new movie. We talk about future. We argue about Star Wars. And then in our main topic, we come up with our greatest songs of all time. We put together that list just for you. All of that and so much more. So what are we waiting for? Let's start the show.
You guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right. Test.
Test.
Call it again?
Convincing Idiots.
Convincing Idiots.
Called it ham gravy.
I informed them that I sided with the stat man, not just anyone's opinion, the stat man Brian Fisher.
These kids today.
Jingle All the Way is in fact the best Christmas movie of all time.
I need to get Grandma a present, and my herpes is flaring up. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo. I'm the millennial
We're
Santa.
three friends representing three different generations. That's our whole shtick. That's our thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nick got the whole poop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing in the sea
Awesome.
breeze, holding a turd, just mightily. I'm just going hitting hats.
Anyway, on a lighter note,
Welcome to the podcast. Welcome to the vodcast. Welcome to the broadcast. Boys and girls, welcome to the show. This is Convincing Idiots. My name's Dean, the Zennial.
Brian Gen X.
And I am Millennial Nick, and we are Convincing Idiots, a sometimes weekly podcast of three friends representing three different generational points of view. We get together here most weeks and discuss all things nerd and pop culture. So if you like all things nerd and pop culture and you like the sound of our angelic voices, then you may not want to miss another episode. So you can find all the places to stream this podcast as well as all our social media accounts so you can interact with us. You can find links to them by going to Google and typing in Convincing Idiots Linktree. That's LINKTREE, and they're conveniently placed before you. We have links to all of the ways that you can stay in touch with us, as well as a link to our merch store. If you would like to get some sweet Convincing Idiots merchandise, or you can go to our website for all of that and even more if you can wrap your head around that. You can find that by going to convincingidiots.wordpress.com. This is episode 295 of the Convincing Idiots podcast. It's been a little bit. We took a couple weeks off. We doing things and little pre-summer
Batteries
break.
recharge.
That's right. So give Brian to do some editing on some of those back episodes. He maybe had fallen behind in, so we really need to give him time with that. But we are joined together again, and how are we celebrating this momentous occasion, Brian? What do you have to drink tonight?
Something new. This is a Genesee Ruby Red Kolsch.
Oh.
It is a pink and red grapefruit flavored Kolsch. I saw the Giant Eagle walk past. I'm like, this sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Grabbed
48 beers for $15 or something like that?
That's not
And
quite the
first time
Genesee
he's
beer.
And not the first time he's had grapefruits in his mouth.
That's right. No, but it's good. If it's not too acidic, it's not too grapefruity, if that makes sense. It's a very nice hint, very light, refreshing. Recommended. So check it out if you want a little something different. Good summertime beer.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Dean,
we
what
got
you
Dean.
swigging on?
Sorry.
Oh, I'm going with the Coors Original, Coors
Okay.
Banquet,
The banquet.
All right.
the Banquet. You know, that's what men drink. We don't
Okay.
drink fruity drinks. We drink man drinks.
Yep. Smuggled in from Texarkana. might
That's
add.
right. That's right.
Mhm.
All right. Well, speaking of man drinks, I'm having myself a space camper, and this is called a Mother Omega, and it's a Cluster Fuzz IPA. You might ask yourself, what is Cluster Fuzz? And to that, I would say,
Jesus.
I don't fucking know, but it's delicious.
Yep.
This is
Mhm.
brewery
This whole
hailing from
podcast is
Kansas.
a cluster fuzz.
Mm.
It's from Boulevard
Yep.
Brewing Company, hailing from Kansas City, Missouri, which I just visited. So it was very
Mhm.
good. I brought myself a sampler pack back and brought it on back. So yeah, very good. Mother Omega Cluster Fuzz IPA.
That's
I
a lot
don't
of
know what
words.
Cluster Fuzz is, but it tastes like an IPA. So I'm very much enjoying it. It's very delightful.
Yep.
All right. Very nice.
Nick's like, he walks up and I need a manly drink. What do you want? A cluster fuzz?
You look like
Thank you.
look like a Cluster Fuzz kind of fella. Yeah,
Mhm.
I get that a lot actually.
I got just
Yeah.
the beer for you. Hold on.
Mhm.
Yeah, cluster fuzz.
Yep.
All right, we've been out
Maybe
waiting
they're
for a
talking
couple
about
of
the hair
weeks.
on your head. Just a cluster of fuzz.
Cluster Fuzz.
Cluster
Cluster
Fuzz,
Fuzz.
All right, we've been away a couple of weeks, guys. Give me a recommendation. We'll allow two since we've gone for 2 weeks. I'm going to
Wow.
recommend
Wow.
up to two
Perfect.
things
I got two for
that you
you.
listen to,
I
watched,
got two.
whatever. All right, Nick, when we start with you.
Yeah. Last night I watched Mortal Kombat 2. So the much I don't know how anticipated it was, but the follow up to 2020's first Mortal Kombat
2020.
kind of reboot. So
God, was it that long ago already?
Yep,
yeah,
5
because it
years.
came out during the
Man.
pandemic. It was supposed to be a theater release, but they released it to HBO
Hmm.
Max. I believe.
No, I went to the theater to see it. Carter and I
Oh,
went to
really?
the theater to see it. We were the only ones in the theater, but
Maybe
yeah,
it was. I know
I
it
actually
was
had
supposed.
the day after Carter and I went to see it. It came up on my Facebook memories that it was 5 years
Okay,
ago, and him
okay.
and I in the theater.
I think maybe it was then that they put it on Max because of everything. Because it would
I
have
think
been
they did both. It was one of those where they
theatrical
did both at the
release.
same time.
Oh yeah, they were doing
but
that for 10 minutes.
they ended
Yeah.
up putting it on
Mhm.
that too. So I
Yeah.
remember we did an old school night and got Rocco's Pizza from Kenmore over there and watched Mortal Kombat. So,
Yep.
but no, this was the same as the first one. Really, it's. If you're looking for a great plot, if you're looking for a gripping story, you simply won't get it here. But what you will get is incredible violence and over-the-top kill scenes, and it's
Yep.
very inventive and
It's
fun
awesome.
in that way. So,
Nice.
it's you don't got to rush out and see it. But
And
it was
still
entertaining.
just like the first one, Kano, the best character in the movie.
Kano's the best character. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep. Yeah. We
Did
had a
anyone
lot
get a
of fun
spine
with
ripped out?
What's that?
Did anyone get a spine ripped out of their
it.
body?
Yes, I believe so. If I remember.
Yeah,
super
there
good.
was some interesting. There's a lot of
They had
saw
some-
action in this one. A lot of
Yeah, a lot of saws,
yeah. So
hat
Awesome.
saws, and
Yep.
all the such.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that was pretty
Yep.
cool. So saw
Mhm.
that, and then this evening, I don't know how much of a review it is, I guess, of yet because we've only watched the first episode of Spider Noir on Amazon Prime with Nicolas Cage. So I liked it so far. I thought it was really cool and fun. I also like the fact that you have the option to either watch it in black and white or color. They have every
What'd you choose?
episode in but black and white. Yeah, that's
Yep,
Spider
of
Noir.
course.
It's black and white.
Yep.
So Oliver asked if we could do the next one in color. So we'll change it up a little bit. But I'm like, you got to go black and white. Like, come on. There's a
Right.
reason that they, not I'd say it's a reason, but it fits the vibe, right? I mean, they
Right.
released it on. Nobody's
the character.
releasing things also in black and white. I mean, so
Right.
that's kind of what felt like you had to go to. But we'll watch some of them in color too. But so far so good. I liked it. I liked the first episode. The season preview looks like there's a lot of fun stuff coming. So
Second
yeah, very
episode's good.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, I'm too into it. Well, I'll go because that's actually on my list.
Go ahead.
Spider Noir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm too into it. I also watch in black and white, and to me, as of now, it might be one of my favorite comic book TV shows so far. Like, I love the look of it. I love the feel of it. The acting's great. I mean, it gives you a 1930s feel to it. It's really cool. I'm enjoying the hell out of it. And Nick, you probably are going to have to just go back, like with the kids, they don't want to watch black and white, so you're going to have to go back and rewatch each episode in black and white, just to get the experience.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of fun. What was the other thing I saw? I did see Mortal Kombat, but
Mandalorian.
Yep, Mandalorian. There it is.
Okay.
Went to theater to see that with Nora because Carter was going to go with his friends. So, doesn't want to go with Dad. So
You've
I
been
took Nora.
replaced.
Yep, I've been replaced.
Yeah.
Happens to the best of us. But Nora went with me, and it was fun. Could it have been a series? Absolutely. But it was a lot of fun to see on the big screen. The action sequences, it was everything about it was fun. Again, you're not getting a whole revelation in the story of Star Wars. It's kind of sticks to just generic Mandalorian action. The whole hut thing is fun, especially there's a thing at the end that makes it it could be potentially something later. But yeah, a lot of fun. Mandalorian was I don't know, out of 10 I'd give it a solid 6.5, maybe a 7.
Okay.
It was above average. It wasn't the greatest Star Wars movie. It wasn't the greatest movie, but it was a lot of fun. You want to go sit in the comfy seats in the theater for 2 hours and 5 minutes? By all means, go check it out. It's a good time.
Yeah.
Ryan?
I'll second that. So we saw that too last Friday, Allie and I. Yeah, like you said, this is a lot of fun. Just a good standalone adventure. That's it. They weren't trying to solve, which that made it extra fun. They weren't trying to, tie all this shit together, and they brought back some cool characters from the series and Rebels and all that stuff that's in that universe and that time frame. A lot of action, man. A lot of very fun Mandalorian kicking a lot of people's ass, throughout that entire movie, So, like you said, the Hutt thing was interesting. The Hutts made an appearance in I think it was the Boba Fett series. That when they brought the Mandalorian in for an episode or two, you saw the twins there, so they're a prominent figure in this movie and stuff. But yeah, just good. Like I said, if you like the series, you like the movie. That's it. Simple as that.
Yeah,
and they did.
I've not heard a bad thing about it. For everybody that's seen it, that's talked to me about it, has enjoyed it. And again, no one said like, "Oh, you got to. It's the best thing you'll." But it's all around very positive. I think from what I've heard of it.
And they do
just relax and go enjoy the movie.
Grogu does get, you can tell that they've advanced the character. He's not just like a little baby. He is growing and learning and stuff. So that's fun to watch.
So he's discovered himself.
I didn't. Well, there weren't a lot of scenes of him alone. To see what that looked like.
Spends a lot of time in the bathroom and in his pod with the door shut.
I don't know.
He's in his little floating pod with the door shut a lot.
He's got a really small T-Rex arm. Well, I don't know if it's got to be real big or his arms got to stretch. I don't know how that works, but
maybe he's asking for his privacy a lot. To respect his privacy, And then I know you watched this too, Dean, the series finale of The Boys. Man, fantastic.
Oh my
awesome,
God, yes.
Excellent. One of the best series finales. Dean and you and I agree on this one that you've seen in ever, really. So if you like the series, you're like, how are they going to tie it up? Or where's it going?
Satisfying.
It kind of goes exactly where you think it should go, and it ends very well. They could have offshoot storylines. I think they are going to have an offshoot series, I believe, if I understand correctly, about the Voight industry, the Voight company
Rising.
Or something.
It's how Vought. It's Soldier Boy's origins.
Okay,
so it's a prequel. It's called Vought Rising.
Vought Rising.
No, different Soldier Boy. Yeah,
Soldier Boy, tell him.
But good. If you like the series at all, just watch it. If you haven't picked it up yet, watch the whole thing, and you will not be. I really haven't heard any negative feedback on how they tied everything together.
I've read a shit ton. Fucking
really.
X is just covered with people and they've had AI change the ending to it. It's all of these. Of these fucking. These bro guys that want to see that that their fucking hero was Homelander, and they thought he was the good guy in the thing, and they wanted him to destroy the Earth. I mean, spoiler alert.
No,
some people will never be happy.
Good.
You can't.
No.
There will always be sections of fandom that are not satisfied with anything, regardless of how good or bad it is. So
that's right. That's right. All right. Well, another thing that came to an end beyond the boys in pop culture headlines: the Late Show.
Obituaries. Oh, I thought.
No
Convincing
deaths this
idiots.
week.
Obituaries.
Just the death of a late night show. So the Late Show with Stephen Colbert aired its last episode last Thursday. We're shooting this on Thursday, May 28th. I think it was last Thursday was the last episode. 33 years the Late Show was on the air, and God, that must be with Letterman also. It's got to be
Yes.
Letterman
Yes, it was.
and then
Colbert
Stephen
hasn't been doing it
Colbert,
that
right?
long,
So yeah.
Correct.
So Colbert succeeded Letterman in 2015, and of course the whole alleged when CBS was purchased. Well, CBS was purchased in the whole Paramount-owned network and new owners and the Trump pressure to approve the merger and this and that. So CBS claims it was due to financial reasons that they canceled the show. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that say that it was canceled because he was a constant critic of
course
Trump.
it was. Of course it
So,
was.
I don't know, but just another. That was a big show. I mean, that show's been around for many, many years. So
They
it just kind of
they complained that it was ratings, but the ratings were up. And actually, the finale was like one of the highest rated late night show episodes, right?
Yeah.
And then his replacement, Byron Allen, I believe,
Yeah.
replaced him.
Had he's
the
paying
bottom.
to have he's paying to be on there, right?
Yeah, he is the in ratings. His first episode was like the last of anything on TV or some shit like that.
So there's just no more Late Show. So that's all. What's the longest running, like current running? Is it
I think
the
the
Late
Tonight
Night
Show.
Show? Is it the Late Show?
It's going to be the Tonight Show, man.
Tonight
the Tonight
Show,
Show's been
yeah.
around forever.
Yeah,
going
that started
back to
with
Carson.
Well, Allen before him. I mean, Carson wasn't even the original host of the Tonight Show.
Gosh, that's several years. I mean, that's decades.
Okay,
decades old.
Yeah, I think it started in the 50s, if I'm not mistaken, late 50s.
Yeah, been a long time. That's got to be it. That's got to be it for sure. So, well, any other thoughts you have, Dean, on the Late Show ending?
Yeah, I mean, it's bullshit what happened to him, but I guess he went and the next day or that Monday went and did a public access show. I can't remember what city it was in, but it was a public access show, and he had like a bunch of celebrities on there, and they were threatening to sue him and stuff like that because I don't know why. I don't know. Like the contract's done, that you fire him.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
I don't think it went anywhere, but it was. He kept going.
He'll be fine,
and he'll be fine.
Oh yeah,
he'll go back to Comedy Central.
Well, he's writing a script for another Lord of the Rings. He's a huge fan, so he's writing. He's hired to write a script, some type of movie script for something there. So apparently, he's working on that.
Oh,
been a lot of talk about him running for people wanting him to run for president.
So I don't know. Nick, were you a fan of Stephen Colbert and the Late Show, or not really?
I didn't watch very much. I was never. I never disliked Stephen Colbert, but I didn't never watched his shows that much. But he'll be fine. He's very popular, regardless of what other people like to make up narratives that he's not. He is. He's very popular, and has
very
been
talented
for a long time. He'll be just fine. He, like you said, he will absolutely get jobs left, right, and center offers. What's kind of sad though is like with all the whiny bullshit that like the legacy of the Late Show is casualty to it. You know what I mean? Like. Yep. Yes, the president can get involved with celebrities and start petty little, hissy fit fights with them and whatever. But like I said, so maybe that job has been interrupted by this, but Stephen Colbert, as I said, will go on and work again. But it's kind of sad that like the show that has been running with multiple hosts over the years and, with so much success with David Letterman for so many years that like the show's just gone. Like that sucks. Like for what? Like it's a shame. It's stupid. But that's the world we live in now. So it's whatever. Everything sucks. We move on. It's cool.
Have you guys seen the goddamn picture of the UFC set being built on the White House lawn as we speak?
It's so crazy.
Yep, that's a thing.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's cool.
We are in the dumbest timeline, gentlemen.
Mm.
It's a fact. What
Yeah,
was
it's up
the
there.
what was that stupid? What was the fucking one movie where everybody was dumb? Where he went into the
Idiocracy.
future?
Idiocracy or
We are
something. Yeah.
living. We are living.
That's
in
a
that
biopic
goddamn
now.
movie.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yep.
That's what some people say. You're right. All right. Well, it's a shame, like you say, but Stephen Colbert is a talent, and I'm sure he'll land on his feet. Take some time. I'm sure he'll spend with family and do his thing there. So he'll be around. He's not going to disappear, certainly. But yeah, that's just a dying platform. I'm sure we'll see the time in our lifetime where they'll all be eventually gone. Maybe the Tonight Show. Not as many of them anyway. I just can't see it happening. But...
And also, I mean, not for nothing. I mean, media is people. I don't think at the same numbers they used to. Where we've done shows. We've talked about like late night shows and who your favorite hosts and this and that. We all tell stories of when we were younger in our teenage years. We'd stay up and watch these. Media is not consumed in that way, and these things, if they're being consumed, well, they are being consumed, but in snippets and things like that. So they exist in a much different way. So as we consume those type of things, I mean, the platform for them is changing. The way people are consuming them is changing, and there's going to be I mean, of course, they're going to take a little bit of a hit for stuff like that. It's just it's how it goes.
Look at the interview show in general, right? One of the more popular ones, Hot Ones.
Yeah.
It's a YouTube show. You know what I mean? It's a very, and there's one. I just saw there's a cooking show where the guy interviews celebrities while he cooks for them. There's one where a guy he's a kind of a B-list celebrity or like a character actor, but he's the host and he interviews guys and he lays in a coffin and the guest lays in a coffin and they talk to each other. They can't see each other. They're laying in the coffin. They ask them questions and stuff. So you get weird and wild stuff like that and entertaining. It's all entertaining and you're putting it where people are, which here on your phone or on the internet. That's where it's going.
Okay.
If you talk to like younger people, they're not going to sit there like, oh, what's your favorite show or what kind of shows are you watching right now? It's like, what's your favorite YouTube channel? Like, what's your like that's
right.
That's the kind of stuff they're watching. It's just quick and accessible and short and easy to digest. So,
okay. All right, we're going to pilot an episode, Nick. We're going to dig a hole, put Dean in a coffin in the ground, and just ask questions.
And then that's the end.
You guys don't have to worry. I can dig a hole for myself every fucking day.
We may or may not throw dirt in there as we're talking, but I like it. I like it.
Let's get dirty, boys.
Get a little thick. What's up?
Well, Dean and I, of course, saw The Mandalorian and Grogu in the theater, and it's doing pretty well. So it was $100 million it earned over Memorial Day weekend. I think it was a lower budget film, like 160. Let's see, 130 some million. I think it was the budget here, and it's doing fine. So, but it kind of raises the question in general: is Star Wars still a theater, or is it a big box office property? Dean kind of mentioned here already that while Mandalorian and Grogu was a good movie, it could have easily been another series. I mean, it was definitely highly produced and everything, but so was the series, right? It could have been probably a 2 to 3 episode special. Maybe they even talked about the idea. I'm sure it was discussed. Do we even put another movie, or do we just keep it on the? But it hasn't been. We haven't had a Star Wars movie in 7 years, something like that.
Yeah, and there's another one coming out, Starfighter or Star.
Yeah,
that's coming out. Ryan Gosling. It's coming out.
I'm interested now.
It's coming out next year. It's not going to have the Skywalker storyline. It's going to be its own kind of separate in-universe. They'll probably have cameos here and there, right?
Mhm.
But it's going. I guess it's sets 5 years after the Rise of Skywalker. So you are
Okay.
Okay, this is new territory now.
it's new territory,
Okay.
new characters, new territory. You're in the midst of trying to, put back together after the First Order and whatever fucking Palpatine thing was, and it's just kind of dealing with all of that. But
Okay.
Ryan Gosling is in it. There was just a report I saw today that Tom Cruise was on set.
Interesting.
Maybe Sean Levy is the director. I don't know if he was just visiting or whatnot, but those were reports I heard.
Tom Cruise, I think, played the Ewok leader, I believe, if I'm not
Right.
mistaken.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
hmm
Just
So
running, nub, nub.
that would be awesome.
Mhm.
That's all you hear is Tom Cruise as, Nub Dub, something like that. I don't fucking know.
And it's not
it's-
even like furry. He just wears the stupid fucking headdress.
Mhm. Just Tom Cruise face.
So you're not going to
Headdress.
get in the outfit then, Tom?
The,
No.
the
With
spear.
this stupid centered tooth.
I like it.
He does his own
So
stunts
is Star
with the little,
Of course he does.
yeah, the poke, the kebab.
Well, I mean, that was the joke that I'd heard is that if he's going to be part of this, he's going to request to actually fly into space in an X-wing.
Yep, that's right. His own stunts. So is Star Wars still a theater property? I mean, do you like the idea of just these standalone movies without, trying to create a whole other fucking trilogy, which seemed, last one seemed very forced and, as I think we all agree with that. It just was unnecessary to make it a whole trilogy that didn't really seem to tie together or end well or really anything at all. So, do you want to continue your thoughts on it? What do you think?
I think it's still viable. When I was at the theater the other day watching Mandalorian and Grogu, you can't help but smile when the first beat of the song comes on and the whole scroll. It still hits, right. You're still watching Star Wars in the theater. It's still fun.
Mm-hmm.
What is the old adage? The old the worst day of golf is still better than the best day at work.
Sure.
It's kind of that idea. You're still, regardless of like, oh, I didn't like the sequels or whatever. Yeah, but it's still Star Wars in the theaters. Fucking lighten up. It's a kids movie with laser swords. Enjoy it, regardless of if you didn't think the plot was this or the plot was that. Just fucking enjoy the Wookiee. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I think it could still be viable, and I think they're with the change in management at Lucasfilms, I believe that they do now have the ability to appease a lot more people than they did.
Sure.
And I think it could be good. I'm excited for the future.
Yeah, clearly it was made by just like the series. It literally was made by fans of
fans.
Property. Jon Favreau he directed this, right? And Dave Filoni was write it, and he made a cameo in the movie. I noticed that as well.
Actually, that whole table where he was sitting and stuff is the majority of like writers, producers. A lot of them were at that table as pilots.
Very cool. Nice. So, Nick, what do you think? Is Star Wars still a box office property? Do you plan to see the movie, or what do you think about all this?
I do plan to see the movie in the theater because, like Dean said, it's one of those things where it's Star Wars, so I'm gonna go see it in the theater. So it is viable for the fact there's plenty of people like me that no matter what it is, for the most part. I mean, because I remember when Rogue One came out, and I was not super. I'm like, man, this is really. It was the first one that had come out that was not a part of one of these trilogies that was following a storyline, and it was kind of shoehorned in between movies. And I'm like, man, feels like they're just trying to make money off it now in any way they can. But I'm like, Still going to go to the theater and watch it. And to my surprise, it was a fantastic movie. It really was. It turns out you didn't need, to tie in, things from the trilogies to be a good movie. That being said, the flip side of that, and I've said it many times, like Disney taking over Star Wars has completely watered down Star Wars to me, in my opinion. Like it doesn't mean the same things to me anymore. It doesn't, I mean, the originals will always be the originals, but it's like everything that Disney has done on the whole, there have been some sprinkles of good things in there that I've liked. Like I said, I really did like Rogue One. I actually like Solo, and season 2 of The Mandalorian was fantastic. But other than that, it's just.
You didn't like Kenobi?
Yeah, that wasn't bad. That wasn't bad.
Okay,
And there were
that's good. Kenobi.
some of Ahsoka that I wish I
Ahsoka was
wanted to
good.
like a lot more, but I did like Ahsoka a lot. Yeah, it's just on the whole, I look at modern day Star Wars in a completely different light. Like it's not the same thing. It's just, so I'm not as excited about Star Wars things that are coming out in the last handful of years, but
Okay.
I'm still going to go to the theater and see this stuff because
Quick question then.
I'm such a fan of the originals and of even the prequels that like I'm gonna go and I'm familiar with that universe and I want to see it, And like Dean said, there's something about seeing a Star Wars movie, even if it's not central to any big plot. Whatever it's just what you do.
Even if it's shitty, it's still Star Wars in the theater.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, Nick, what would you do? You said, "Oh, it's not the Star Wars. It's not your Star Wars, or however you put it." What would make it better? Like you said, it's watered down. What would you have rather have seen to be the Star Wars that you?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I want far less of it. There's just too much shit. I don't need. Give me something to miss. Like that was part of like for so long you had these Star Wars movies, and then like now we're gonna go years later. We're gonna go back and retell this iconic character story. And even though at the time those weren't the most well done, it like in between it gave me something to miss. I don't want all of it.
You can't say. Hold on. You can't say that. I want to talk about like the sequels. Your problem with the sequels because they did just whatever years between Star Wars movies when Force Awakens and you didn't care for it. What would you have done?
Well, I like that one. I did like the Force Awakens. That was good.
But what would you have done with the other two that would have made it Star Wars to you?
Oh, it wasn't not Star Wars. It was just really shitty scripts. Like it was just they were horrible movies. They made Attack of the Clones look really fucking intriguing. Like they were
and that's
so bad. So bad. No, that's my problems with the movies that with the 3 trilogies, the way that they're, I mean, like I said, did not love, and that's just the thing when I lump it into Disney is I'm like, they gave me a movie that I liked, and then 2 real bad ones, and then like some, their track record as a whole is bad for me. Like it's just mostly bad. With some,
I would like to do
things.
the math on that. No, I can't accept that.
Well, you can't do math. It's my opinion. That is. I'm telling you what math is.
No. Yours.
I've liked about 4 things that Disney's done with Star Wars.
No, listen. What I'm saying is, I'm arguing your math.
Okay.
Because you said for the majority of stuff is bad, but you named 5 different things that you really enjoyed. If you counted all of the shows and all of the movies, I think mathematically you'd be on the better side of that than not.
Okay, I disagree because there's so much of it.
Like what? Name like. All right,
okay, so
you really? I think those really 2 shitty movies at the end of the trilogy really fucking hurt everything else for you because you just named. Oh, I like Ahsoka. I like this. I like that. So 2 movies and once in a Boba Fett series, you're like, I didn't care for it. But there's more things from Disney that you enjoyed than you didn't. That's all I'm saying.
Difference of things that I liked versus things that I was like, it was okay. So I'm saying like, it's as far as like real hits. Yeah, we're talking a couple. I mean, literally, season 2 of The Mandalorian is definitely a hit. The other 2, not so sure. First one was new, but third one, I don't even know if I finished the 3rd season of The Mandalorian. To be honest, I think we did. but all the episodes ran together. I really couldn't even tell you what happened.
Okay, I'm gonna have a
I know
challenge here.
Brian liked Andor, and I watched it because Brian really liked it. But personally, it was a slog for me. And like, I liked the last episode because it was over. I was like, here's the climactic end. Like, here's where we find out. Here's the uprising. And I did legitimately like that episode. Or like, Ahsoka. There was a couple episodes in there that I'm like, that was a really good episode. For the most part, I wanted a lot more from it. Boba Fett was so disappointing, and I think a lot of people felt like that.
Our first two or three episodes of this podcast were devoted to ranking Star Wars. I have a challenge. I would like to do an episode where we rank from Disney to now.
Okay.
And see and see how right I am. I think I'm right on this. I think once you sit down and look at it, it's not going to be as lopsided as you think.
Okay, I disagree hard.
That's all I'm saying. Okay,
because in my head, I just know there's so much of it I don't like. But
okay,
but I mean, like I said, I will still. I'm gonna, but it's just water. I don't, and I've learned to do that with things. And Star Wars has been the primary thing for me to learn to wrap my head around. And I did it with Game of Thrones. Is I'm like, you know what? Even though there's all this other stuff, or I didn't love how it ended, or I didn't, thought this was a horrible way to go or whatever, it doesn't take away all the good stuff that you love about the franchise. They can never take those first 6 movies from me that I do enjoy. They you know what I mean? It doesn't matter what they do after this point. Game of Thrones gave me 7 incredible seasons of television, the best I think I've ever seen in human history, and the 8th one sucked. But all other 7 years were beautiful. So like, it's, you know what I mean? I think it's important to I don't let it ruin Star Wars. Like, I still love the iconic characters, and I still love those movies. It's not going to make me ever be like, I don't feel like watching Empire Strikes Back because Star Wars sucks now. No, it's right. I mean, it is what it is. But it's just the shine from the Star Wars name is very tarnished since Disney's taken over. For me, in my personal opinion, but that's just me.
Okay.
So
all right.
Brian, what about you? You're the longest Star Wars fan here. Do you still get that same? Is it different, or is it still? Does it take you right back to being a kid, where you're like, oh, Mandalorian and Grogu? I feel, like it's. I mean, how is it the same or different?
It was. I mean, it's hard to recapture the excitement from the originals, certainly, but we look forward to it. I mean, the second I said, "Hey, the movie comes out Friday," she's like, "Let's go see it." We got tickets. We were excited to go see it. Wore a fucking Star Wars shirt and sat there. They had like we didn't see whether you got them, but a lot of people had these Grogu like ears that they gave away in the theater, like a little headband with ears, like adults wearing Grogu ears, and it's just fun. And you picked up on some stuff that just made you smile. Like even down to they had a little scene where whatever, but somebody shot a rat, and clearly that was a womp rat. It was a reference to Luke Skywalker talking about target practice and shooting womp rats back home. Clearly, again, that's a fan. No one, those guys that are fans of the property put that little scene in there, and super nerds, long time nerds, I guess, would say, we're like, those little moments there, that makes it just takes it another level. Yeah, it definitely makes you smile. Absolutely. So it was fun, and I like a lot of Star Wars stuff. I haven't watched the Darth Maul series yet. No reason. Just need to make time to do it. It looks cool. It's fine. Looks good.
I've watched a couple episodes, but it's one of those things I'm like kind of making myself get, because I love that character, and I'm like, I want to watch this, but it's just not taking me yet. But I gotta, I'm gonna make myself watch it and like see the whole thing.
Yep.
But probably as I think through it, I mean, there's probably more that I have. You don't think about it, but what I have enjoyed has outweighed stuff that's annoyed me with the trilogy, to Dean's point. So, all right. Okay. Good stuff here, guys. So we're going to take a break. We have another musical topic this evening that Nick's going to tell you all about.
Nick's going to queef the Star Spangled Banner.
That's right. Exactly.
Start doing my Kegels now.
Get it ready.
Get ready. He's warming up. He's warming up, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to listen to it right after this.
What you call hot boxing.
Gen X Brian here from the Convincing Idiots podcast. If you're enjoying our show, tell a friend. And if you're not, well, tell two enemies.
Four, three.
Hey out there, welcome back to Convincing Idiots. I'm
Yep.
Millennial Nick alongside Gen X Brian and the Zennial Dean. And in our final segment this evening, everyone, I don't know if this is where this concept was born. I feel like a few weeks ago, we talked about Rolling Stone. We had a little segment in the news where we discussed their top 100 songs of all time.
500.
And I think, 500, my God.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the answers surprised us. And as we went over the top, 20 or so, we were kind of surprised at ones that made it and ones that were left out. So I don't know specifically if any of these were left out of those necessarily, but nonetheless, our final segment, gentlemen, we are going to be coming up with our combined Convincing Idiots Mount Rushmore, which is 5 top songs ever made. So, plain and simple, each one of us are going to come to the table with our top 3 songs ever made. We're going to talk about which of them deserve a coveted spot on the Convincing Idiots Mount Rushmore. And correct me if I'm wrong here. This is pretty loose criteria. We're not talking about lyrically. We're not talking about records or chart hits or anything like that. We're just in our opinion, these are just the greatest songs ever made, and we will discuss why we think so. So, Brian, why don't you start us off? Give us your top 3, or not top 3, your 3.
All right. I have God Only Knows by the Beach Boys.
Okay.
Imagine by John Lennon.
Okay.
And by Rick Dees Disco Duck. That's a joke. That's a joke. My third one is Purple Rain, Prince.
Oh, okay. All right,
Wonderful.
So repeat those. I'm sorry. You had
God Only Knows
by the Beach Boys.
Imagine, John Lennon, and Purple Rain, Prince.
Yes, sir.
All right.
And while you're in the writing mood, I'll just give you my 3.
Yep.
My 3 are Thriller by Michael Jackson, Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, and also by Prince, but different song, When Doves Cry.
Mm-hmm. Good one.
All right. So mine, and sorry, I'm writing these down. So, all right. So my top one, if you're looking at the greatest of all time, I have to start with number 1, Blake Insurance. Because the Blake Insurance Group is an independent agency located.
He does have a song, and you'll hear it right off the top of every episode.
Yeah. When we get actually together sometime, I will show you the book that I found of mine and his songs that we wrote. I have all the lyrics.
Oh,
anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
The original Aiden's Valentine's songbook.
That's right. Smithsonian.
Surprised that's not at the fucking Rock Hall in Cleveland or something by now.
Let's see where we can go with this. So, boys, let me tell you about the Blake Insurance Group. It's an independent agency in Barberton, Ohio. Not right here. I'm no longer there. Offering personal care and support for all of your insurance needs. If you need auto, home, business, or even life insurance, give Aaron a call. He'll treat you with the honesty and respect and care that you deserve. Call the Blake Insurance Group at 234-571-5359 or find them online at blakeinsurancellc.com for your free 5-minute quote today. And give him his love, give him his flowers, because he is the greatest of all time. All right, now back to my list. I have Yesterday by the Beatles. I have Africa by Toto. And I have White Christmas by Bing Crosby.
Okay. Did he write White Christmas?
I will get to that in my argument.
Okay. Well, none of us overlapped at all, which I found
We did not.
Quite surprising.
Well, there are millions of songs.
There are, but I
so the mathematical.
But we're one hive mind here. I don't understand. No, I well, the reason I say that is because, well, immediately for me personally, two jumped. I mean, were immediate. I'm like this one and this one, and one of them that I thought, if anything, I was like, I bet Brian will have Bohemian Rhapsody. I was so like, I thought maybe
Bohemian
there'd be
Rhapsody was
some
on my
crossover.
consideration list when I originally
Yeah,
did
mine's
this.
an honorable
I
mention
had
for
a
me.
huge
Yep.
list. I had a huge
Yeah.
list made originally, and I had to break it down. So, but yeah, but Bohemian Rhapsody
Yeah.
and Purple Rain were both on my list.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right. Well, who wants to start out?
All right. Can I start the argument? I put a lot of work into this, boys. I would like to start. Let me start with Toto. Africa by Toto, 1982. It was written by the keyboardist David Page. Let me turn around here so you're not seeing the back of my goddamn head while I'm reading. It was specifically, scientifically, the greatest song. They did a study. I don't remember what university, but they did a study in 2014 or 2017, and it was determined scientifically to be the greatest song ever. The criteria was, musically, lyrics, but they also did dopamine. What they did studies on people listening to all of these songs, and it was listed the highest dopamine song. We would give the highest dopamine levels for people listening to Africa. So,
Okay.
my argument is it's not an opinion; it's a scientific
It's science.
fact.
It's science.
Yep. That was the Barberton Technical Institute, Nick, did that study.
That's right. That's right.
BTI did that?
That's why they kicked me out. Sent me to Talmadge.
Yeah, they had a hell of a football team back in the 80s, by the way. It's trivia, but it's okay.
I was the kicker. So yeah, Toto, not just scientifically, but it's a great song. And it's one of those songs for me that I didn't really appreciate until I got older. When you're younger, you hear that do do do, like it's not appealing. But when you get older and you learn and understand,
scientifically, apparently it is.
It is. That's right.
That's where you're wrong.
And that's where you grow up and your brain evolves into an adult. Most people, not really me, but most people's brains grow into an adult and they learn to appreciate it, and that's where the science comes in. So Toto, Africa, 1982 is my argument for the greatest song ever, because scientifically it is.
I have a connection to my daughter with that song there, so that we used to go to Cedar Point every year for a while when she was a kid. That was some of my favorite times with her, her growing up. And she'd be up to here, we'd go out and ride the roller coasters and stuff, and she rode everything. We did that through, last time we went, God, it's sad to think about it, but she was 18 last time we went together, teenager, but we went one summer when she was still, preteen age, something like that. And as you're weaving through the lines up there, they had music videos playing. And it was the same fucking. It felt like the same 4 or 5 videos, which it probably wasn't a whole lot of variety.
Yeah. Probably about 25, but yeah, you wait in line for a couple hours and you see some videos a couple times. Yeah,
and it's a long song.
But one of the videos that particular day was Africa by Toto. So that particular day, we heard that song. I don't know how many times, but that song today just takes me right back to those Cedar Point lines, waiting to ride the roller coaster with my little girl. And it's just a different time. I get emotional even thinking about it, because it's just that childhood. It's your time together, before husbands and everything. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a very nice
dogs and
very nice memories.
Yeah,
nice memories. And we got to see that also live last summer. Dean performed.
Yep, we sure did.
Toto. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Oh, that was BJ, wasn't it? Before Joey.
That's right. Yep.
I was going to make another joke, but I will respectfully not.
Yeah, don't do that with my daughter in the same vicinity of anything. Yeah,
you're crossing the line, Nicholas. Crossing a line.
I said I didn't cross the line. I said I was not gonna.
Even saying you're not gonna,
okay.
you're still implying the joke. All right.
No, I'm not
You're
gonna.
still
And I'm not.
giving.
You're the one.
You're
I
all
didn't do
making us
anything.
have the joke in our head.
I've done nothing.
Nick,
All
what do
right.
you got?
Uh-huh.
Moving on. So Bohemian Rhapsody. I thought that it's not even my favorite Queen song. It's a great Queen song, but it is, I think, undoubtedly, it's their best songs. One of their best. It's their best song, and I think it's one of the greatest songs ever written, just from a musical standpoint. It's so all over the place. It's a rock opera. It's a story being told, and it goes in and out of these different, with the opera parts, and then the heavier part with where it breaks down, and the Freddie Mercury's vocals are astounding. There again, it's a long song. There's just a lot going on. It's like it is. It's like it's its own little story with all these range of emotions, and I think it's just fucking brilliant. It's like just brilliantly done, and sometimes it gets lost on songs that are so popular that are so good like that. Almost kind of get lost on you because of the oversaturation of how much you're hearing them. And I think that's probably happened with me a lot of the years. Probably why it's not my favorite Queen song is because it's the one you hear. Certainly the most up there, top 3 that you hear the most.
I think if you
Which
ask
says something about Queen too, that there's that many songs that are on that level that get that much play. But or even the fact that when they wrote that, they didn't think it would get much radio play because of the complexity of it and how much there was going on. Yes,
there were so many. If you asked like a handful of people, a lot of people, whatever. Give me the most epic song ever. I guarantee you the majority of them would say Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's certainly one of them. Yeah.
The word epic, I think, always comes to mind.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's a song, like you said, that they put that together. Like, we're doing this. This is completely unique and different. I'm sure the record company was like, I don't know. They're like, nope, we're doing it anyway. We don't care. Shut the fuck up. And they put it out there. And I don't know that it really had the popularity. We've talked about this before, until the Wayne's World movie. When that movie used it in the opening scene, it really took it to another level. And it's strange because for years it was like, name a Queen song. Now, back then you would probably think We Will Rock You or We Are the Champions in that era. But now that song there, I think, is overtaken. That's probably the main Queen song that most people think about these days, is that song, because it's so creative and unique, and airplay and where it's used and everything is taken over most of the other songs. Very good stuff.
And you have a lot of people that, like Nick said, it's not my favorite song because it's overplayed and it's, you hear it over here, you hear it over there. But you got to think of songs like that, especially how good those songs are like that are, come in and get played to a new generation. And not only do they go, oh my God, that's awesome, but it turns them on to that band.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah. It's that one song that goes, oh, I need to find out what other songs this band did. And I think that, like Wayne's World, I think that did that for Queen for a whole new generation. I don't know that I would have been turned on to Queen as much as I did if it wasn't for Wayne's World.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
It's that song.
Yep, absolutely. Good.
And a lot of. Do you guys want to Dean fact of the day? Want to spit one out?
Choice.
There was a wrestler in 1973 that would open up.
This one's
song.
musical.
It wasn't that particular song.
Nope. This one's musical. Not a lot of people know that the original ending of that song. Do you guys know how it originally ended? Oh,
don't care. Moving on.
No, it goes da 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 da.
AIDS. Oh, I fell right into your trap and I didn't even realize.
Did.
Oh, poor Fred. Yeah.
Worth it. All right, Brian, what do you got?
Start with God Only Knows by the Beach Boys here. Very unique song for the Beach Boys. Great. I mean, just with any Beach Boys song, the harmony, the vocals, fantastic. It's really just the meaning behind it. It's just you just pay attention to it wasn't a song that really I I don't even know if it's my favorite Beach Boys song necessarily, because it's just has a different tone and vibe to it, certainly, but just a very wholesome song, just very simply about just gratitude. Gratitude for the person that you're with, and he's just someone is expressing that I just wouldn't be where I'm at. Without you in my life. It's just really a beautiful song. And again, just again, vocally phenomenal. Like almost every Beach Boys song, certainly.
I'm gonna
So
sing that to both of you in our 300th episode. I want
Sure.
you to know this.
thank you,
Mhm.
thank you.
Mhm.
So. Yeah, arguably, some people will say is the best Beach Boys song. Certainly one of the best. But again, I picked that just because of the whole meaning behind it. Lyrically, it's
Yeah.
very simple but beautiful.
Yeah.
I know when we do a lot of these topics, I don't know about you guys, but I start by Googling, whatever we're looking at to see what everybody's saying, the
Sure.
general consensus. And that song is 1,000% in everybody's top 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
And,
Yep.
and I don't disagree at all. It's an amazing song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
never thought of it as being a departure for them, but you're right. When I think of the Beach Boys, it's the more upbeat kind of, and the harmonizing, and that
Mhm.
kind of early, surf. What do you call it? Surf rock, I guess, or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a definitely more, and it's not even necessarily a ballad. It's just kind of a. I mean, it is for them, I guess, like what a lot of their music sounded like.
Sure.
But it's definitely, it's just it is a different sound for them. You're right.
Yeah. Zero to do with the
Kokomo,
beach, zero
but
to do with surfing. It's just again, gratitude and appreciation. That's what it is.
Yep. Yeah.
yeah, good
Yeah.
pick.
You think about us when you hear that song?
Of course. Of course.
He goes, one of you. I don't like that. All right.
All right.
Let me argue. Yesterday by the Beatles. Written by Paul McCartney, but it is contributed to Lennon McCartney. But it was, let's see where we are. All right. The reason I have this on my list is it has been covered over, I think, nearly 4,000 times. It is the most covered song in history. Yesterday, a lot of us, hell, I remember Boys to Men has a fantastic cover of it. It's one of the songs that, if you do hear a cover and then you find out it's cover, it does bring you to find, it's not like you have to go find the Beatles, but I'm using it as the example for this, for the way covers, to me, why they're so important. And I think that's what makes this song on the list. The Beatles have a 1,000, whatever their catalog is, but this one has been covered the most. And like Nick said about his song, it's not necessarily my favorite Beatles song, but if you're looking at just the greatest songs of all time, this is a criteria that needs to make it be put on this pedestal. It's an amazing song. It's an amazing feat. Over 4,000 covers. So, yeah, easily, it deserves to be on the list. Yes,
Okay.
Yesterday by the Beatles.
Okay.
Nice. Very good song.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great
I
song.
thought the most covered song was Happy Birthday. That's what I thought it was.
Well,
Okay.
it
That's
depends on criteria. Depends on
That
the
is a
criteria.
very astute thing that you picked up on there, Brian. You're
Yep.
probably
Yep.
you're probably right.
All right, let me go back to recorded covers.
There's a lot
Okay.
of cell phone camera footage out there.
There's
of
a
people
lot of
covering
you're right,
Happy
you're right.
Listen, we
Birthday.
got to do the research. We're going to get the
Yeah,
team
yeah.
on it.
Yeah, get the numbers right.
Maybe I should put that on my
Don't
list.
try to tangle with the stat man, Brian Fisher.
I
all
know.
right? You don't come in here with
I will
numbers
lose.
and shit.
I will lose every time. Lose every time.
All right. My next one is the immediate one that popped into my head when I thought of this. It was the very first song I thought of. In my opinion,
Ice
it
Ice Baby?
is the best song that had been made in human history when it came out, and it hasn't been touched since. And it's Thriller
Jesus.
by Michael Jackson. I think it is the best song ever fucking made. Like, it has absolutely everything. It's a fun, like, sonically, it's incredible. Like, it's fucking amazing, just the way it hits your ears and the beat and the rhythm and it's just, and then it's like so much of him, like how much Michael appreciated and like liked horror movies and stuff. And this is just an aside because I'm not even taking into consideration and putting the song up here in being the video, right? The video was groundbreaking and it was a little mini movie and it was incredible, and the effects and the story, it just everything was it was perfect about the way people were familiarized with the song. But it's incredible. Like the lyrics are incredible. They're both like spooky, creepy, but fun at the same time because it's a great pop song. The addition of Vince Price at the end of it, like doing I mean, it's just because he was such a big fan of his. Like, I can't think of a song that, and there again, it's not. I mean, I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan, and I like a lot. It's up there, but it's not my favorite Michael Jackson song, but it's the best one. It's absolutely the best one. And I think it's the best song that fucking a human has ever made. Like, it's just like the most incredible thing. Like, every time when it breaks down and that bump bump, the beat, the bass beat goes down. It's just a very simple bump, and the way the effect on it, and with the back, it's drum beat. It's just fucking. It just like you were talking about with Toto, where it's like it does something to your brain that makes you want to fucking move, and it's so catchy. And it's a song that I don't know that I've ever heard anyone be like, "Oh, I'm so sick of hearing Thriller." Like, even how like it's you never like, "Oh, Thriller's on." Like, no, nobody.
Right.
Like, it's fucking Thriller. Like, it's just like it's perfection. It is. To me, sonically, it is absolute perfection from beginning to end. From the very beginning of the Door Creek, and the way it gets up to it, and the big beat, it's just everything is so perfect, and the vocals are great, and everything's just chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. So.
I think that is another song that could be listed on that epic level.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But Thriller by Michael Jackson.
All right.
Yeah, I want to make a joke, but I can't. That's it. You're right. It's definitely, at least you should be in the running here.
Yeah, that's a song for me that I don't know that I would enjoy it as much without the video necessarily. That it's forever linked to the video.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, you can't not think of
that's a
even the Michael Jackson, the movie, when it shows him as Michael Jackson zombie. It's like and then they do every year there's like they do the flash mob thing, or they do they perform the zombie, like even Wadsworth does it every fucking year. Just a lot of areas I'm sure do something similar like that. So it's definitely, the video took that to a whole other
that's a
level of enjoyment.
Would it be as big if it was just on the record?
Again, sonically, vocally, and everything, it is
fantastic.
Very good. And like you said, Nick, Vincent Price is without him at the end. I don't even know if it's as good without him at the end.
But does it get to not only the level, but like our fandom of it? Would it be different?
It would still be the
video?
biggest single on this album, and this album is a killer. And I can Billie Jean's on here and beat it, but like, I still think it would be
Billie Jean is 100% my favorite Michael Jackson song. I love Billie Jean
there.
But you're right; it is synonymous with the video because of how epic the video was, and that was groundbreaking. No one had ever seen a video done like that before.
It's not a hinder to the argument. It was just a random question,
Right? Yeah. But you're right. You can't not, because it has its own dance, and people know the dance, and people know the Letterman jacket, and I have a pair of Stance socks. On one sock it has Michael Jackson and the Letterman jacket, and the other one it's got the Wolfman and the Letterman. Like, it's just everybody knows that the wolf scene and the zombies and everybody. It's just the whole thing.
And everybody, if you don't do it physically while that song's on, in your brain you want to do this deal.
Oh, you know it. You know that scene. Yeah. There's definitely scenes of that for sure, and that's definitely one of them. You're right. Yep. Yeah. Good stuff. Okay. My next one, Imagine, John Lennon. Again, this is a very simple song. As like anything John Lennon sings was beautiful. You know, the
Yep.
vocals are excellent, and it's just it always. I mean, I've heard this song so many times, but it always just. I mean, we know what the song's about. It's just the whole idea of just imagine what it would be like without all these things that people fight about. You know,
Yeah.
religion and politics and all these things that people don't have differences and are just all living to help each other out, and it really could happen if everybody wanted to do it. So just imagine what that would be like. It's just really a beautiful sentiment, and just makes me pause every time and think about it. And yeah, it's just a yearning of world peace. I mean, it's just really is.
I mean, you
It's
boil it
kind of
down
as
to like,
simple as that.
what if everybody wasn't a dick?
Yeah,
Wouldn't that be cool?
yeah,
That'd be neat, huh?
yeah. Just a
What
very
if
simple
no
thing.
one was a dickhead?
That's the
You know,
hidden lyric nobody knows about.
yeah, yep. Just
Yeah,
just,
it's a song. And it's something to be said because, like, musically, it's not going to wow you. There's not a lot to it, but the message is so strong and like well conveyed that like it is an incredible song. You know, it doesn't need even to be this big, masterpiece musically.
right.
And
There's
even if you
no.
come off
Go ahead.
the idea of that he
Mhm.
spent so much time writing with Paul McCartney, you know what I mean? Like all of these hits that those two collaborated together since they were teenagers, and then he comes off with this, who his only collaboration was Forrest Gump, and it ended up being this epic. I think it's a feather in his cap, really.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yep. All right. That's
Imagine.
our argument for Imagine.
All right.
Imagine there's no awkward silence in this podcast, only seamless transitions.
Here's it's
It's easy if Brian edits it. All right.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the dark horse, so to speak, that is White Christmas.
Okay.
Written in it was came out in 1942, written by Irving Berlin, performed by Bing Crosby, covered thousands and thousands of times itself, won an Academy Award, topped the Billboard charts for 11 weeks when it debuted, and then back many years on the top 40 in 2025. It came back on the top 40. According to I can't even read my handwriting here. All right.
Is it
anyways,
that great of a song if you can't just speak from the heart on it?
Well, I wrote notes, but now I can speak to the heart. It is when records used to come out as singles, right? What Brian, you were around then. When they were the smaller ones,
45s.
45s. So it is the biggest selling album of all time, as in singles.
Okay.
Now, not just it was 8, 10 songs, 12 songs, whatever. But when they come out in singles, and it is to this day, came out in 1942, and it's still every Christmas hits the charts, right? So I mean, I think yes, it is quote unquote a Christmas song, but I think the longevity, I think the fact that it is the highest selling single of all time, definitely makes it unique, especially compared to all the other songs. I don't think you guys are going to pick it, but I like this idea that it's different. I like the idea that it is something that none of the other songs have done or the records have done, and it's iconic. It is all of who doesn't know White Christmas in America. All of these songs. There's going to be somebody that doesn't know Africa. There's going to be somebody that doesn't know Bohemian Rhapsody. May have heard it, but they don't know it. The majority of Americans can sing White Christmas and will and do sing White Christess. Granted, I
And
guess
it's not White Holiday either. It's White Christmas. God damn it!
Right.
America.
What were you saying, Brian?
I said they made a movie out of the song because it was so popular, right? Or did the song come from the movie?
I think it might have been written for the movie. No. Because I know White Christmas actually was a remake of a flop like a year before or 2 years before. I can't remember the name of that film, but I don't actually. That's a good question. I didn't look up to see if it was written for the movie or the movie was written around that.
Okay.
But again, iconic. All of us know it. It is in our hearts, and it's the best-selling album of all time. Single.
That is one of my favorite Christmas songs. Period. That version of Bing Crosby is my favorite. I do like the Elvis version and all that. It's hard to argue. There's definitely great versions of that song, but the Bing Crosby one to me is a representation of Christmas, and it will always be. Period.
Now, have you guys ever seen the movie White Christmas?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Okay. It actually does give you a little bit of a different perspective when he sings it in the movie, because they're in the military and they're on the war front in Germany or whatever, and they've like stopped and had like a makeshift little show, to have these singers on for the troops, and he gets on and he does this White Christmas, and it's very somber because you look out in the crowd and all of these guys are just like fucking wanting to get home.
Mm-hmm.
They're dirty and blood splattered, and they and he's giving him this this Americana. And again, I get what ultimately what it is, but it does definitely hit home. It's a very somber song when you watch where it's sung in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But White Christmas, 1942, Bing Crosby.
Okay,
nice.
Anybody got any more left?
I still have "When Doves Cry" by Prince. I believe both Brian and I have Prince songs to
let's hear it.
Same
let's
album
go on
too.
Let's go on
Prince, same album.
Prince block.
Prince is another one that, I mean, I was thinking, I was like, what a time to be alive that we exist. Prince, all of my three, Prince, Michael Jackson, Queen, all exist in the same era of music, of history, and that's pretty wild, amongst many others. But like, I would argue, you look at Michael Jackson and Prince, and it's like, man, those two guys like did what I don't feel like many other artists have been able to capture, as in truly being like, they're more than pop icons. They are truly like artists, and Prince absolutely was. And Purple Rain is, I'm sure, probably Purple Rain's got to be the biggest song, right? I would say.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean,
Doves Cry
was a huge hit for him too, man.
Yeah. But When Doves Cry is, first of all, love the beat. Very simple, but very catchy, and it's a total earworm. That dun, 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 dun. I love the story of it. I love the this one is one that like I always liked. I like the Purple Rain's an amazing song, and it's a great ballad, but man, there's something very dynamic about and interesting about When Doves Cry that I can't quite put my finger on. It's just a very unique sounding song. And I just think it's an incredibly well written song. So that's why it's on my list. I'm thinking, this was the third one that came in my head, and I was like I'm like, I got one more spot, and what's it going to be? And I'm trying to think of, there's all these incredible epic artists who have done all these amazing songs over time, but Prince pops in there, and that's my favorite Prince song. And I just think it's a really well written song. It's got an incredible hook. So that's why I put it on my list.
Yeah, very good.
Makes sense.
Yeah, definitely one of the best albums of all time, without question for me. Anyway, the whole Purple Rain album is fantastic. One of those albums, again, start to finish. And we talked about that. I'm sure we have on prior episodes, but that one's probably my favorite Prince song. My favorite one, Nick, just because of the, everything you said about the entertainment value of it. That was for me, that was 84, which was it's a fantastic year of music and pop culture in general. Anyway, probably for me, the best of the 80s. 84 was the peak, But Purple Rain just is just another level of. That's a song that, when I was younger, I'm like, it's a good song. But then as you go through different things in life, it takes on different meanings. It becomes more powerful.
Mhm.
And that's a song for me that going through some big breakups over time, that's when it's like, that's when that song, you go through something like that. It's like this. Now I understand more what he's talking about. And just a
Yeah.
very, we know what it's about. It's just a
That's how
very,
I thought about
it,
Grandma got ran over by a reindeer.
sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure. Yep.
Just the sadness of losing somebody, and the lyric of that song it's just that it's such a shame our friendship had to end, which is is probably the hardest thing of any breakup with anybody, the friendship that you had with that person, to have that immediately stop and go away. That is the toughest part of going through something like that. So yeah, just a very heartfelt song. And
You don't get to put your dick in
God,
somebody. That's pretty sad too.
sure, that's right. But we know again, it's lyrically is fantastic, and then you could probably argue we could probably make this another topic, honestly. But one of the greatest guitar solos of a rock song was Prince in Purple Rain. Just really showcased what he could do on the guitar.
Yeah.
It was like it's an emotional. It was a very emotional guitar solo in that song. So just fantastic. Just again, just musically, lyrically, the emotions behind it, the power behind that song, really just stands out for me. So to me, it's got to be on the list for me.
Nice.
Makes sense too.
Yeah,
Absolutely. All right, boys.
All right. We've all stated our cases here.
Let's get the list. All right. So we have I have Yesterday by the Beatles, Africa by Toto, White Christmas by Bing Crosby. Nick has Thriller by Michael Jackson, Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen, and When Doves Cry by Prince. Brian has God Only Knows by the Beach Boys, Imagine by John Lennon, and Purple Rain, again, making for the second time, Prince.
all right. And Rick D's Disco Duck. Thank you.
And Rick D's Disco
No
Duck.
love for Rick Astley. On the other hand, though.
As we all should.
I think we all failed a little bit here today.
Nobody put Weird Al on the list, but no, that's cool. That's cool. No, let's just keep going.
Think. There's some good ones in there.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I have strong feelings toward. I'm likely to. I'm leaning towards either Yesterday or Imagine as a cosign, but I can't decide which one.
All right, you think about it. I'm going to cosign Bohemian Rhapsody. It was on my short list, and it got knocked off. But definitely Bohemian Rhapsody was one of the first ones I thought of when this came about. So I'm going to cosign Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay.
Brian, you need a little more argument?
No, I'll give you that because, like you said, there's so many unique things about that song. You could piece that to, like Nick said, there's different pieces of that song that are just so wildly different but entertaining. It's a song that features the band members in different ways. Like even the drummer, he's not necessarily, you can't think of a big drum part there, but that's one of the guys singing such a high vocal in that song, as a backup there, then obviously the guitar solo by Brian, the guitar riff by Brian May is fantastic, and everything Freddie Mercury sang was great. But you listen to that song, it's like there was like nothing that Freddie Mercury could not do when you heard that him vocally on that. The guy could have been probably a somewhat of an opera singer in his own right, but yeah, just fantastic. So yeah, great song.
All right, Bohemian Rhapsody is the first one on our list, boys.
Sure.
Brian, you want to co-sign anything? Or you need to ask for a little more argument here?
I guess I'll say, just on the other side of it, I White Christmas for me, Dean. It's definitely one of the best Christmas songs of all time. For me, with these other songs, I can't put it on the all-time
Sure.
overall list. Now, for arguing
Makes sense.
Christmas songs, no question about it. It's definitely on the Mount Rushmore of any Christmas song, no doubt about it. But I can't, for me, put it on just because of that reason. Because I don't. I mean, I'm not. It's not a song I'm ever going to seek out unless it's Christmas time. You know,
makes sense.
But day one of Christmas time, I will listen to it.
I want to talk a little more about Yesterday and Imagine because I'll tell you, I'm split right down the middle. I would co-sign certainly one and maybe even both, because, like I said, the thing that's holding me up is I'm like, I think Yesterday is a little bit. I mean, the Beatles don't really have a ton of songs. I guess maybe I shouldn't be thinking about it in that terms because I'm like, the Beatles don't really have a ton of songs that are like musically going to be like, wow. You know what I mean? Like, it's very meat and potatoes. Like, they're, they're good musicians, but it's not like
for another day. But
whoa, like, look at this range of things But Imagine is a very simplistic song, like I mentioned, but it's my favorite of the two. And they're kind of similar messages a little bit. I mean, they're both very.
Well, Yesterday is a breakup song. Yesterday is he's sad that just remembering what yesterday was. That it's gone. It's never coming back. It's a sad breakup song.
Yeah.
Well, it could mean other things too.
I suppose it's interpretation. Yeah, but
that's true.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Imagine. I love that song. Yeah, I don't know. They're both great songs. They're both incredible songs. Well, I like Imagine a lot. That's like so. I love the message of Imagine, and I think it is like I said, it's a really well written song. The fact that it's very well worded, I guess, that I've always appreciated about that song. So I'm gonna co-sign Imagine for sure.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm actually gonna agree with this. Imagine definitely makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So Imagine is
I still
number
got
2,
time
boys.
for Yesterday too. That's yeah.
All right.
I'm not ruling that out by any means. So, yeah. So
let me break in here and let's go Thriller. I mean, it's just so iconic. It is like, at the very least, the song of the 80s.
Yeah.
Pop culture wise, I saw Brian's eyes jerk up there.
I don't know if it's the song of the 80s, but it's definitely one of the songs of the 80s.
I think it's just
all time 80s.
It's the song of human history. I think really, it's not any one given decade. It's the song of humans.
Get the fuck out of here, Paul McCartney. We're singing about horror movies. God damn it!
It's just the best.
Do you have Vincent Price? No, you do not.
Get the fuck out. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you don't want wars? Well, you know what? I want fucking zombies. Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, I like
Eat brain. There you go.
That's right. That's good. You know what? Man,
you hate Thriller? What's happening right now?
I do not hate Thriller.
To me, what is this?
I do not.
No, speak it out, bud.
No, I don't. I do not hate Thriller. It's kind of what I said before. I don't know, but but it's just what happened. You'll never. The video was such an iconic thing.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah, you can't undo it.
It's impossible not to think about the video, like we said earlier. But that's okay. That's the genius of that video. I mean, it was
also
ingenious.
Impossible to think of Bohemian Rhapsody without thinking about Wayne's World.
Well, that is true.
And that wasn't even their doing, and that was later.
Right.
That's true.
Right. If I say, is it a greater song than Yesterday by the Beatles? I don't know.
Yeah.
From an entertainment value, not from an entertainment value all the way around, as far as enjoyment is concerned.
Yeah.
I mean, now you're talking. I mean, I understand. And again, when I think about Thriller, it does make me happy. It does make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
Makes me think of the video. It's fun. It was definitely MTV heyday when I was watching MTV at the time, the second that video came on, you fucking just stopped what the fuck you were doing and watched it for. I mean, it was like a good 15-minute video, something like that. It was a mini
Fuck,
movie.
the original one was an appointment television. Like it had
It
like
really
a
was.
premiere.
Yeah,
Like,
John
it was
Landis directed the fucking thing back in the back of then.
yeah.
You know,
I mean, it was on. It
A
was in
lot
the
of his
TV
videos
guide.
did. Because I mean, that's like I remember when Black and White premiered, and we all like I remember us sitting in our living room being like, the new Michael Jackson video is coming out tonight, and it was like 8:00 p.m. Like Black and White came on, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, to me, like a better
Hey,
song
Billy,
of that
you
album
want to
was
come
like,
watch the video? I've already had enough of him.
I think "Beat It's" a better song for me. I think "Man in the Mirror,"
That's what Billy thought.
lyrically is a better song, you know. But it's still it's I don't know. It's tough. It's like
Okay.
what does it mean to you? The greatest song is it? But one part of it certainly is how it makes you feel.
Yeah.
Sure.
And if it's just like that's a song that makes me happy, it's fun. There's no deep meaning behind it other than it's just simply fun. And again, the video took it to another level. So, you know, the more I talk through it, I'll give you that one, Nick. As far as our personal, our list, why not? Just from a fun, perspective.
All right, we have
Good.
two
I'm
more
glad you didn't
spots
make
left.
me. I was going to be a total pants shitting baby. If it didn't make the 5, I was going to not do another show until you guys publicly apologized to me and changed it. So I'm glad. All right, thank you.
I mean, you know, I think we all sat down and said any of these, you could always argue, you know, deep meaning songs and this and that. There's definitely tons of that out there. Yeah, you could argue against some of these that we're talking about
I thought
here.
it was the most well-written song ever.
Right.
I said it's the greatest song ever.
So, all right. So
it's
we
just
have
the best one.
we have 3. We're looking to get 2 more. Are you guys willing to just plain out admit that you don't believe in science, or are we just overlooking?
It's a good song. It is a good song.
I mean,
it's
hard
for me.
It's sonically, it is a good song. It's a chill song.
See, you know
like,
what
does it mean? It doesn't mean anything. That's the thing about
no,
it. There's
of course
meaning.
It
well, it seems something who wrote it, but I don't know what it is.
They admit themselves it doesn't mean anything really. It's
no,
nonsense.
But if you think about it, it's like a guy taking a trip to Africa to find himself. It's like a midlife crisis. Maybe
it's fun. Watch that Yacht Rock documentary, and they do talk about that song where it really doesn't mean anything. It just the guys in the band itself. But
so we were talking. Just
go ahead.
Oh, sorry, quick aside. I just to get Robin's opinion. I was like, you know, what do you? She's like, oh, geez, there's so many songs. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Just what do you think's the greatest song? And she's like, well, I don't know. She's like, I like a lot of different songs. She's like, in a lot of songs, she's like that I think would be the great, maybe whatever. And she has and I don't even know who sings it, but it's the song Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
That was on my list. Yep.
So it's a beautiful song.
Yep.
But then, and I told her, and I was like, it is a beautiful song. Leonard Cohen. There you go. And I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck it means. And she's like, I don't think anybody does. It's just
that is correct. Actually,
I don't know that there is an actual. It kind of does. It's just a bunch of word salad. I don't know what it actually means.
I think
it's maybe
I think it's a parted song.
Based.
I think there's a lot of like certain sections mean certain things. But it's not altogether like one story.
Sure,
that's how I always understood it.
Sure, and it is a lot of music is interpretation. We don't need to spend too much time on a song that's not on the list. But I mean, like, I bring it back to
if I'm going to get one on the list, I'll fucking put it up there.
What we're saying about Toto is that, it's a good, but then that's the only drawback is that, it's all music is interpretive, and maybe whoever wrote it means some type of something. They had something in their head when they wrote it. You know what I mean? They meant something by it. And I know some artists are like, I don't like to say what my songs are about because I like to let listeners interpret it and let it mean something to them, which I respect. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, to me, when I hear that song, it is a very lovely song, and I'm never upset that it's on.
Okay.
But I don't know what it means. I don't like its words, but I like it. I'm not out on it. We've got 2 spots left.
We get 2 spots. I'm gonna actually.
There's 2 Prince songs though too, and
I'm going Purple Rain. I'm sorry, Purple Rain. I love When Doves Cry, but out of the 2, Purple Rain is the far superior song. And I think if you're gonna put 2 Prince songs in our 9, and neither of them make the list, that's bullshit. So
that would be a crime.
That's a criteria to me that Purple Rain is getting my cosign.
Okay, I will also.
All right.
I will give my blessing to Purple Rain.
Okay.
I do like Africa by Toto, but I am much more likely to give it to Yesterday by the Beatles.
Yeah, I'm with you, Nick. I mean, for me personally, there's definitely, as I mentioned already, there's a deeper connection to Africa because of my, the memories of my daughter and all that. But
sure.
It's very difficult to say that Africa is a better song than something written by Paul McCartney. That's a tough one. That's a really tough one.
Correct. That's actually criminal. We get prosecuted criminally.
Full love to Toto. My dopamine, those 2 songs come on, and I'm waiting in a line in Cedar Point. My dopamine levels raise higher for Toto.
That's true.
That's true.
I'm not saying but it's not about the appreciation. It's just what it does to my brain, the way it tickles my brain. But I think Yesterday belongs up there and is a fantastic song.
Mm.
All right. So Yesterday.
There it is.
All right, boys. Oh, I almost lost my pen here. All right. We have our 5 greatest songs of all time. We have Bohemian Rhapsody, Imagine, Thriller, Purple Rain, and Yesterday.
Lovely. Well done. Take that. Take that, Rolling Stone. Fuck you.
Yeah. Suck a dick, Rolling Stone.
How many of those songs were in their top 20? I wonder. Well, we don't have that.
Purple Rain definitely was. We know that.
Was
for
Purple
sure.
Rain in the top 20? Okay, I can't remember. I just remember we were like, there was some we were like, okay, yeah, sure. And then there's some of them we were like, wow, really? I don't even remember what number
Bohemian
1 was.
Rhapsody was up there too. I think. Yeah. I'm pretty sure.
Actually, the word salad argument is the reason I did not pick Smells Like Teen Spirit. But in my head, I was like, well, culturally and what it did for music and a whole genre. And, that was one that was definitely up there. But I'm like, I don't know how much I can defend, actually, it's not word salad. It does make sense. I don't know. I thought lyrically it maybe was lacking.
You just can't understand what he's saying. The lyrics make sense. But listening to it, you're like, I don't know the fuck what are you saying here?
Yeah. It is actually the more it's like an anthem for that time and that that generation's outlook on. It is an amazing song. There would have been play for that. Yep. So I we're talking about more songs that aren't on the list.
That's okay. There's so many. There's so many out there, but it's a solid. I mean, we have a variety from powerful lyrics to simply just fun, and we like it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
Right. All right, boys. Well, fuck, we did it. We created the greatest top 5 greatest songs of all time lists. So we win no matter what. We win. Yep. And I would assume if the same list was given for podcasts, we'd be on it.
Of course.
At least I was going to say top 500, but there are a lot of podcasts out there.
There's a lot of podcasts.
Yeah.
Top 5 podcasts that you're listening to right this moment. That's right.
There you go. I like that.
Yeah.
We're not even number 1, but at least the top 5.
We'll settle for it. We'll settle for it. Yep. Appreciate that.
You forgot to shut off the old Alexa or something, and we're just there.
Yep.
I'll take it.
Which you can't do, by the way. You can ask Jonathan. Your device to play us. That's right.
Yep. There we go.
That's right.
All right. So, there's nothing left for us to do except for to tell you where to find us on social media, which is really the only thing left for you to do. So be sure you're following us on our social media pages, liking, subscribing, rating, reviewing, telling all of your friends. And if you don't know where to get those links, you should probably go and get your happy ass to Google and type in Convincing Idiots Link Tree. That'll take you right there. Or you can go directly to our website, which is convincingidiots.wordpress.com. This has been episode 295, of Convincing Idiots. I'm Millennial Nick.
Zanio D.
Gen X Brian.
Have we convinced you that these are the greatest songs of all time? Not Rolling Stone. Rolling Stone doesn't know what's up. We know what's up. We got
Eat
our
all
ears to the
dicks,
streets.
Rolling Stones. Eat all the dicks.
Got our ears to the streets and our mouths to the dicks. Let's go. Wait, what?
What? No, what? I don't. See you next week. Zennial Dean, Gen X Brian, Millennial Nick. If you like what you saw, like and subscribe.
Ham grape.
There you go. All right. And in our main topic, we are going to discuss and cultivate the greatest songs of all time. You heard other publications do it. You haven't heard it done like this. This week on Convincing Idiots. So wherever you listen to podcasts, find us. Wherever you watch podcasts, find us. Probably YouTube. So this week on Convincing Idiots, join us, please.
Come cultivate with us.
And that's why I don't do the fucking last part. All right, whatever.
When he threw out the word
Hey.
cultivate, I was like, he's fucking
I
done.
am-
I'm like, don't be
I
trying
am no, actually,
Hey.
I'm pretty fucking happy I got to use the word cultivate.
When you said cultivate, I was like, oh god, he's swinging for the fences.
No, I like that word. And there's no other time in my fucking life that I get to use the word cultivate. So I used it correctly.
I liked it was we got cultivate, but then we messed up the name of the show. That's pretty good.
Is there any way you could like go in and like really cut that little fucking?
Come cultivate with us.
Cultivating Idiots podcast. Thank you very
I'd
much.
already used my brain power on the word cultivate.
Oh shit! My
That was a
toilet
lot.
paper word of the day
It was
thing only had one on it.
It's like, wow, I got that out. I guess I'm just gonna keep going.
Brain goes, I'm done.
You ever seen somebody do the speed wobbles where you make it down the first ramp and then but the speed wobbles get them after the fact?
Oh, wee.